Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam to barakatuh. How are you?
How's everything, sir?
Alhamdulillah,
We
I'm
really
good. How are
miss
you?
the classes.
Thank you.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you.
May Allah be with you. Thank you. It
I
has
mean,
been
thank
a
you.
very
You're welcome.
impactful section.
Yeah.
I have some questions.
Okay.
The first one I want to ask is that, sir, will you make this presentation available for us? The slides.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Inshallah, it's going to be made available. Inshallah. We made it available.
Secondly, there are two problems that I have. The first one is sometimes when I develop a solution on the weaker,
Okay.
I find it very difficult to replicate the same thing with code. So I don't know, maybe you have advice with it, because I use Python most of the time. So most of the solutions I have to present them in the code. So when I try to implement the parameters and so on weaker, so when I try to code it, it's very hard for me to replicate the same thing with the code. Then the other one is the last question I want to ask is that also model optimization and hyperparameter tuning. So sometimes maybe I'm dealing with a classification problem. I try to use a grid search to get to tune the parameters and so on, but I still find out that the accuracy is very, very low, or does not meet my target, because there are some I do go into competitions so to see whether to actually experiment what I'm learning. So, but I find it difficult to actually beat the leaderboard, because sometimes I will get a very high accuracy, but when I upload it into the system, I'll get a very low. What I have in my notebook is different from what I'm getting from their own test case. So I don't know if you have any recommendation for this. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, brother, for the very nice question. I'm also very happy that you're really making a headway and experimenting, joining the competitions. This is one of the ways actually to actually force yourself to push yourself to a very higher level in this system. I wish you all the best. Now, so starting from this, actually, now the last question, so which is the competition and the lies. And after you have done hyperparameter optimization, sometimes you are not able to get what you are expecting that you should get. So what could be responsible? Yeah. You see, in the competition, they will hide the testing set away from you. You're not going to see it until you upload it finally. So they only give you the training set. They say, okay, train it using this. Later, the testing set will be provided. See, some of these competitions, and I encourage people to actually join this competition. And also, one of the recommendations I'm going to give to you is to form a team. Actually, we try to form a team here, to form a team of people that work together. Some of those competitions, it's not easy to win it with just few models. You see, if you look at some historically, so I remember the Netflix example, so very popular one. You see, several people participated because they requested people to improve the recommendation system of Netflix by just 10%. If you can improve our recommendation system by 10%, just 10%, they are going to part with, maybe $1 million or something really close to that. You see? So people try a lot. Some people came with different ensembles. Some people reach 7%, 5%, 8%. No one read that 10%. They're a group of teams from different backgrounds. Now, okay, bring our own system together. They brought their own, developed separately, and they made it to form another ensemble. This is like building ensemble of ensembles. You see, a team build ensemble, another team build ensemble, then they brought the ensemble together to be ensembles of ensemble. And they were able to win that particular competition as a group. And that is the power of ensemble. So because the testing set they are going to give to you, they could not just give testing set that is so simple, that's going to reflect the pattern of the data. They want something that's a system that is able to extrapolate to something really unique that may be different from what they have seen before. And this is where the power of ensemble comes to play. In that case, I made the example of where the individual were having 75%, 72%, maybe 73%, and then maybe 78%, and finally, 5 of them, this one 73%. You see, each of these models, none of them achieved even 80%. They were 70-something%. But when we did the ensemble together, the 5 of them were able to achieve 100%. How is that coming? That is the power of ensemble. It makes it possible for you to achieve what no individual models can achieve. So imagine if I have 100% ensemble like this, and I have another guy or another team from another place who has developed their own ensemble using different machine learning algorithms. Another team with another machine learning algorithm. Then we try to bring our ensemble together. For sure, on the training and validation set given to us, we are going to achieve when they bring their hidden testing sets finally. Even if you cannot achieve 100%, we may be one of the best, which will be selected as the winner of the team. So what I'm saying in essence is that you have tried, but it's very hard to see individual models that will win the competition. Personally, I've not read of that kind of model before. A single model built that win competition, I've never come across it. What I've always seen is ensemble, not just ensemble built by you, but ensemble built by different teams, and they came together and combined the result of their ensembles. This actually has always worked out well. So that is why my recommendation is to try to, if you can form a team that will really work greatly, and you can easily win very big competition fund, which is going to also be very encouraging and also add to your profile and also encourage you to do even more. So this is on the question number 2. So that you keep trying, but always trying to build an ensemble. When you try that out, you are going to see that you should be able to get more improved results in your participation. But at the very big scale, I advise strongly that you can form a team of people. We also try to form some teams here. If you are interested, you can join our team. Then we can also jointly participate in some of this competition, and hopefully we see how far we can go. I hope that is clear to the questioner for the number 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For the first question, that is replicating results from Weka in Python and vice versa. Well, this is one of the areas of challenge in machine learning. Even in Python, it depends on the kind of Python you're using. You know, we have different kind of, what do you call it? We have different, that's the name we use for it. Different kernel of Python. You run Python with different kernel, you are going to get different results. You see? So it depends on which code you are using. You're using Keras, or you're using PyTorch. It depends on the platform and the kind of software that you're using. Who developed that algorithm? Because these algorithms have been implemented by different people. Weka implemented its own. Of course, sometimes if they are the same algorithm, the parameter are said the same thing, most likely they will generate similar results. It might not be the same exactly, but maybe close together. So that is why the idea of generating this and then taking it back to Python expect to get exactly the same way, you might have to do the optimization again, because it depends on who wrote the one you are working on. And you know, these days we have a lot of free software out there, because you don't have control over the way they wrote it. Mistake could have been made, something could have been, assumption could have been made. Actually, I've had students working on a particular algorithm. There's a very simple mistake they'll be making in setting the initial parameter, and that causes a lot of trouble for them. So rectifying that might actually resolve some of these problems. So, and it's also depend on the version you are using. For example, you have for the weaker now, you have different version being released. You see, as some of these algorithms are updated, then they release versions of this system. If you are working on different versions from different platforms, then we end up having different results. And that's not a big problem when it comes to the reality of it. What matters is for you to document which one gives you the best result, which platform, and what are the hyperparameters. And this is what you have to report to the outside world. Hope that clarifies.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Barakallah.
This, the group that you talk about, if it's available, I'll be willing to join.
Okay, inshallah. Okay. So you can private chat me later, okay? So that'll be okay. We'll look into that.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. I wish you all the best. Thank you. Mr. Salami Hamzat.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Good morning, sir. I'm fine. I'm fine. It's been a while, sir.
Yeah, it's been a while. Longest time, man. Thank you.
Yeah, may Almighty Allah reward in abundance, sir.
Amen. Thank you very much. And you too.
Yes, sir. We appreciate your knowledge.
You're welcome.
We coming from economy department. I also realize, appreciating the knowledge you be imparted on us.
Yeah.
Some of our journals has flown. Some of our journals are flying, and I know they'll get there.
That's good. That's very good news.
It's all kudos to your efforts, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. My question that I've been waiting for all these while to ask is about model deployment. Yeah, model deployment, is it usually the work of the model builder or now a third party? If a model is being developed for an organization, so is it the work of the model builder to make sure that the model is deployed, or a third party will have to be bringing to do the deployment for such model to be used for real life problem solving, sir? That is what I want to be clarify about.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Yeah, so I wish you all the best in your exploration, and that's another very encouraging feedback. Like I said, so no one should think himself that you cannot make it in the area of machine learning. No, it's for everybody. That's why I say machine learning for all. You don't need to do programming for what you do. A lot of wonderful contribution in your areas. So I wish you more success. So regarding your question,
you, sir.
Yeah, regarding your question, it depends on the contract you have with the person giving you the client. You see, for example, you can build a kind of a proof of concept at the beginning, a proof of concept. So using Weka or any other platform, for example, you use Weka to prove it. If they want to use it, there's a way in Weka you can always load it. If they want to go low cost. Okay, in that case, the same Weka will be installed for them. You have built the software already. You save it already. They just need to make sure they load the model. A new data set just come. Let them put in the same Excel, load it, then run it. It will show the prediction for each of the new cases. They can continue to manage that for the meantime. That is low-cost client base. They can use it live, but they will have to use the same maybe Weka you use. But however, you have maybe big clients. Okay, you have done the proof of concept in Weka environment for them. They say, okay, now we want a software. Like I said, software development is another thing. That is where if they have to plan part of it. Okay, we are going to build it for you using Weka because it's free, and you can also use it to check in real life. But if you want a software, then we are going to divide our contract into 2 stages. We have the model building stage, then we are going to have the software building stage, whereby you need to now get someone who will now write a code for you to incorporate whatever model you have built. You might have decided to build it in Python or in MATLAB or in Java or any environment you both agreed with. So that's why if it's a very simple thing they want to go by, whatever you use in Weka can actually be deployed for them to use. Deployment just means taking it to the production and use it for real-life prediction, which also Weka supports, if they want that. But if they want it to be like a software, I want a new logo for my company, customization, then this is building software, which has nothing to do with the model you have built. So they need to build the software now and incorporate your model into it. So this is how you do that. In which case, a third party might need to be contracted to do the work for them. Of course, you are going to liaise with them, and you might expand your own area of stuff. Okay, you get the contract, you outsource the deployment software to another party. This is how things are done. You see, in which case you have taken care of it, the charges is already there. You have an expert software developer that, okay, you already discussed with him, hey, this is what you want to do. My client need this model to be in Python environment or whatever environment you want to use. They write the software for you within few days. Then the model is ready. They will incorporate and they will deploy for your client. So these are possibilities, and there are other possibilities also that could be explored. I hope it clarifies.
Sorry, thank you, sir. Yeah, I'm 100% clarified, sir.
Okay.
I'm clear. I'm very clear. Yes, yes.
Okay.
So that each of you still need training. Which yes, I'm going to put more efforts to know that I improve on that, sir. I really
good.
appreciate, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, sir. I also appreciate the joining. Yes, sir. Joining the groups, the separated groups, sir.
Okay.
Research groups that you suggested. I wish to join soon also.
Okay. Yeah.
So that we can interact at the background. Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Of any challenges that we may encounter in the process.
Okay, inshallah, we wish you all the best. So, like I said, the group.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, our admin will help us to ginger the group leaders again to either help us repost the links so that people can join, and we encourage the group. So I got some alert from some groups that are working under the leadership of Dr. Ahmad. So someone was asking them questions and was guiding them. So I believe these groups for people who already practice machine learning, they are using it, they are engineers in different fields. And so we encourage them to also train the incoming new members. And I really appreciate the efforts. So thank you all. For those who might be joining for the first time, sir. Yeah, you're welcome, brother. For those who are coming for the first time, so kindly chat with Dr. Tijani. You see his name there. He's the admin for the platform. So you can private chat him if you want your name to be added to our WhatsApp group and the Telegram. And also, you can also check out some of our earlier videos on the YouTube and then recommend to your friends. Hopefully, it goes around and benefit more people. So, bismillah. So, wish all of you all the best. Once again, thank you for the class today. I think it's a good place to get to call it today. So, by the grace of God, until next week, when we're going to meet today again, say thank you very much and have a very nice